Good evening, everyone. It's Julia from the Paper and Ink Boutique. How are you? It's time for Monday Night Live. So I know I left off the creating backgrounds, which is what I normally do, but felt like it was getting a bit dry. So this is just creating with a new collection that we got in the store last week. And normally I will show you a sample. I'll be like, look, this is what I'm going to do. But oh, hello, everyone. Oh, Nancy, you're watching on YouTube. And let me guess, Nancy, you're down in Mexico, right? Not jealous at all. So normally I show you something. I'll be like, look, this is what I'm going to be showing you tonight. My day didn't exactly go the way it was supposed to be. So I have no sample planned. So tonight is going to be all about organic creating. It's just going to be Julia with a bunch of crafty things around her. And we're just going to see what happens. So hopefully it goes all right. I'm hoping. Let's cross our fingers. Can you send me all your crafty vibes? Send me all your crafty vibes, will you? Thank you. Oh, we've got a Facebook user. I'm sorry, Facebook user. It doesn't tell me your name. It says, hi, great to be here. My first time. I've tried before, but never got on. Well, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Lynn. Hi, Nancy. Yeah, Nancy B. Nancy B. And if you don't know who Nancy B is, she is our class coordinator. And she just felt the need because it was like spring break, and she felt the need that she needed to go down to Mexico and spend time with her family. Not jealous at all. So Nancy, wherever you are, I hope you're on the beach and you're having a margarita for me. And if you're not, can you make your way to the beach and order a margarita and have a margarita for me? Thank you. Okay, so send me all your crafty vibes because I am organically creating using the Magic Force collection from Stamperia, designed by a very good friend of the Paper and Ink Boutique, Adonis Zentanakis. And right, Julie, I agree. So selfish that Nancy felt like she could just go away for a week and spend time with her family instead of spending her time with me. But whatever. Okay, let's get back. Monday Night Live. Let me swing my overhead camera in. And let's switch over to the overhead cam. I am seeing your comments, so keep them coming. Perfect. There is the overhead camera. Perfect. Let me just... Nope, that's too bright. Let me leave that camera the way it is. Perfect. Okay, so I have my art journal here. This is my Stamperia art journal. But not only am I going to be creating in my art journal, but I'm also going to be using the same techniques, and I'm going to be creating a card. So I have a couple of card bases. One is just a backup, just in case my first one becomes a hot mess and I need to do it over again. Hello, Brenda. Good evening. I hope you're doing well. So I'm going to be doing an art journal layout plus a card because I want to show you how you can take mixed media and take it out of the art journal and make cards with it. Not only can you make cards, but you can also do sorry, I lost my train of thought. Scrapbook pages. Yes, hello. Megan, oh, you're working on Janetta's album tonight from your class last week. Yeah. Oh, so Megan is doing double duty. I love it. Okay, thank you. Thank you for joining me, Megan. What do I use for cards? 80-pound cardstock. Okay, normally yes. But when I'm doing mixed media, I use something a little bit heavier. So what I'm using, just give me a second. I'm going to be away from the microphone. Here we go. I am using, and this is missing its, sorry, let me do that again. I'm using paper from Prism Studio, Canadian company, love them. And theirs is 110 pounds. So heavy enough to take some wet media and not completely fall apart on you. So yeah, if I'm doing anything with wet media on a card, I use the Prism Studio 8.5 by 11. I either like using Magnolia, or Magnolia is like this off-white color. They also have one called Snow Cap, which is white, which I love as well. But I will also use Vicky Bouton foundations, or I will use Creative Scrapbooker Super Stock. The Vicky Bouton is 140 pound, and the Creative Scrapbooker Super Stock is 130 pound. Yeah. Now my base, my card base, like this part, that's all right to be 80 pound, but if I'm doing any mixed media, I like something 100, 110 pound or more, just so I know it's not going to pill up or fall apart on me. Okay, so this is what I'm using. Let me just get here. So I'm going to be using Stamperia Magic Forest. So I have the 8x8 paper. I have the 8x8 backgrounds. Not sure what I'm going to be using. I also have the rub-on. Now this one is the deer rub-on. Got that. So because I don't have anything planned, not sure if I'm going to be using all of this or not. I also have the ephemera pack. And I also have the die cuts. Now, I do get some questions. What's the difference between the die cuts and the ephemera? Well, if I take out that piece and I take out this piece, so this is a die cut. This is ephemera. So if I pull it up, you can, oh, let me get my camera. Oh, sorry. This one is way thinner. Way thinner. This one also has adhesive on the back of it. So if you run your fingers on the back of the ephemera pieces, the release paper will come up. Easier said than done. Yeah, there we are. So there's the release paper. So the ephemera has adhesive on it. The die cuts, thicker, no adhesive on the back. They're just like a chipboard weight. Okay, so that's the difference between the ephemera and the die cuts when it comes to Stamperia. So that's the difference. So I've got those available. I also have, I've got a stamp set from Seth After. Like I said, I didn't have anything planned, so I was just kind of grabbing stuff. So here we are. I've got a stamp set from Seth After. I have some chipboard just in case I want to pop something up. I have the handwriting stencil from Minte, which is gorgeous. I love it. I also have this one, which is from Stamperia, and I believe this is from the Create Happiness Welcome Home collection. So the last release. So this is a stencil, and it's called Brick. There you go. I have that. I also went through my paints and my inks, and I tried to choose colors that I thought would work with this palette. So I have two Stamperia paints, Corn and Golden Sand, or Gold Sand, because I like having a yellow. I like having a neutral. That's a good color. So I have those. I also have from Paper Artsy, Forest, which is a really close color. Forest, Bora Bora, and Green Patina. So I've got those three colors. Again, not sure if I'm going to use all of these or not. They're just here just in case I need a quick grab. I also went through my Distress inks and picked a few colors. Evergreen Bough, which again, really great color for this collection. Cracked Patina. There is a few, like in here, some of those colors. I also have Tumbled Glass, kind of a lighter blue. So I have those at the ready. I also grabbed, and you don't see it in here, but in the ephemera and in the die cuts, there are some pieces in these two colors. Victorian Velvet, a great kind of grungy pink, and tea dye. I grabbed that one. And then I did grab a couple other browns because I like having a brown color. So Frayed Burlap and Walnut Stay. Cracked Pistachio or Patina. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Cracked pistachio, evergreen bough, tumbled glass. I don't know what that comment means to Paper and Ink Boutique. Is that Glenn? I don't know who's commenting. Oh, did I say cracked patina? Cracked pistachio. Boy, yeah, it's going to be that kind of night. Okay, I also have, this is a piece of, I guess you would call it acetate paper. And why did I say cracked patina? Cracked pistachio. Okay, so this is actually off the front of my my Vicky Boutin Foundations paper. I keep it because it makes it, it's just a great acetate. So I always keep this off the front of my Vicky Boutin's white foundations. It has this great acetate. I keep it. It's really fabulous. Okay, so let's get started. Oh, also I have some gold metallic thread. Not sure if I'm going to use it. Maybe, maybe not. And I've got my Gina K amalgam ink. Okay, so I've got that as well. So let me start. I'm actually going to start with my Gina K amalgam. I'm going to do some stenciling in black first on my background. Now I love using blending brushes. I have one blending brush dedicated for my Gina K amalgam ink or any archival ink because I'm never going to be able to get that black out. So this is the one. I only use it for my Gina K or my amalgam ink. So I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to add some stenciling to my background. This is going to be on my art journal page. There we go. Let's come down here. Now I'm not doing too crazy. Like I'm not making it like black. Good evening, Charlene. How's the birthday girl doing? So I'm not making it black. I'm not pressing it too hard. I'm just kind of making it like a light color. Okay, and I'm just going to do just a smidge down here. Not too much. Oh, awesome. Okay, so let me set that aside. I'm just going to grab a baby wipe. Because this is permanent ink, I like to wipe it off immediately. There we go. Okay, there we go. I'm going to bring this back in. And now I'm going to bring it, wrong one. Here we are. I'm going to bring in this other stencil that has the brick on it. So again, I'm using my Gina K. And I'm not making it black. I'm not doing it as dark as I could. So see there? If I didn't have Gina K, what I would be using is either the Distress Archival in Black Soot is another favorite of mine, or Archival Jet Black is also, I actually have all of them. This is just my go-to ink. Oh, good, Charlene. I'm glad you had a good birthday. Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so yeah, Gina K is my favorite, but I also love the Distress Archival Black Soot. Oh, I am loving this already. Now I'm just going to add just a smidge more just up at the top here. Just a light. Nothing too crazy. Didn't want to make it like black. Just wanted to add, I actually rubbed it so light, it's actually just a really light gray. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now I told you I was going to do a card at the same time, so let me bring in my card here. Let me get back here. So I am going to do a bit of stenciling on here as well. There we go. I'm actually not going to re-ink this. I'm going to use the ink that's on this brush already. Fabulous. Let me bring this in. Lovely. There you go. Look at that. Even though I'm using a black ink, it's so light. I just want it to be in the background, just really subtle. I don't want it to take over my art journal page or my card. Just going to take a baby wipe. Just give this a quick wipe. And let me do the same with this one. I'm not too, I'm not too nuts about making sure my stencils stay absolutely clean. The only time I get really crazy for it is when I'm using like a paste. If a paste dries on your stencil, that is a whole other set of issues. Okay, so here's my art journal layout. Here's my card. So you can see, same technique, same stencils. There you go. Okay, I'm going to set that one aside for a minute. Now, this is probably dry, but I don't like to assume anything. So I'm going to take my heat tool and just give this a quick blast. Okay, perfect. Now that we know the ink is set, it's not going to smudge. That's awesome. Just going to set that over there for a second. Now I'm going to bring in my piece of acetate. Yeah, gorgeous piece of acetate. I am going to take, okay, let me think about this for a second. Again, organically thinking on the fly. I think I'm going to use tumbled glass and walnut stain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take walnut stain. I am going to smush it on this acetate just like so. Just, 3, 4, 5 times on there. And then I'm going to take my nifty spray bottle here. Just going to add a bit of water to that. Awesome. Got it all kind of beading up on there. Just going to grab a brush because I don't like these hard lines. So I'm actually going to come in and kind of do that. Yeah, let's do that. And then I'm going to lay it on and just kind of smush it with my fingers. Love it. Look at that. Adding that brown. Oh, that's gorgeous. Okay, so let's do that again. Let's just keep on doing that. Smushing the ink on. Adding the water. Oh, that is lovely. I love it. Look at that. That's gorgeous. I'm going to turn it this way because now I'm going to do this side. So let me, again, go to my ink pad, smush it on there. Smidge of water. Awesome. Do that again. So cool. Loving it. Look how cool that looks. Oh, I love it. Okay, I'm going to set that one aside. I'm going to bring my card in. We're going to do the exact same thing. Okay. I know I love the smooshing techniques. So fun and so, I don't know, it's just so satisfying. Again, I'm just going to smoosh that around there. Just going to work that back and forth. Look at that. Oh, that is fantastic. Oh, love it. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is one of Vicky Bouton's, not Vicky Bouton, Vicky Papuano. Yes. Oh, I love that. Okay, this one is gorgeous. I need to dry this one right away. Okay, just let me just going to grab a piece of kitchen roll here. I'm just going to sop that one up. I still have some ink on here, some ink drops. So I'm just going to come in and just press those just to add. Like, look how gorgeous that is. Oh, I love it. Okay, so this is the card. Okay, I'm just going to set that aside. Let's bring this one back in. Let's see, do I need to add anything to it? It's actually looking pretty good. Not too bad. I'm going to give this a quick dry. Oh, Gail. Okay, Gail, that's funny. Did Glenn spill his coffee again? You know, he's not even near me, but it does look like it, doesn't it? You know, he never spills his coffee on anything that I could use for mixed media. No, he never does. But that would be amazing. I'm just going to end up having to leave like Vicky Bouton paper all over the demo bar, and in hopes that he spills coffee on it, because that would be fun. I think Glenn's watching. Okay, so this is my mixed media layout, and here's my card. So if you're just tuning in, okay, let me take my glasses off. Okay, so if you're just tuning in, let me get you caught up. So I took 2 stencils and I used an archival ink. In my case, I used the amalgam, and I did it on my background. And then I took a piece of acetate, which is right here, and this is the acetate that is on the front of the Vicky Bouton's foundation paper. Yeah, that's the one I used. I just cut it, and if you're wondering, this is 5 by 6. Don't ask me why I cut it that size. I didn't actually measure it, but I did after I cut it. And it just, oops, skittered away on me. Let me just wipe this off, get all that brown ink off of it. Wonderful. I don't think I'm going to add another ink color to this because I like the brown on its own. But I think on here I am going to add, I was going to do tumbled glass, but I think I'm going to do cracked pistachio instead. See, I said it right that time. Let me just put these back on to hold it down for me. Okay, so again, I'm just going to take my ink pad. I'm just going to smoosh it on this piece of acetate that I've got. And I'm using distress inks, not oxides. Adding just a bit of water on there. There we go. Let's just add some green in there. Let's just do that. That's fun. There we go. I'm going to do that again. Smooshing that ink on again. There we go. Adding some water. There we go. I find cracked pistachio is a very subtle green. It's not like in your face. So I'm just going to put that on there. I'm just going to kind of drag it. Just adding some green. I like it. I'm going to leave that. Okay, so I'm done with the acetate. I'm going to clean that off. That's going to go back in my pile of things to use again. And now I'm just going to give this a quick dry. See, this is a very easy background. Easy background for your art journal, easy background for cards, right? Okay, I'm going to set the art journal aside just a moment. I'm going to bring my card base in. I'm just taking a look at it. I like the stenciling in the background, but I feel like the ink is now overpowering the stenciling. So I'm actually going to bring those stencils back, and I'm going to do another layer on top. Now, do I do it in black or do I do it in brown? I think I'm going to do it in the walnut stain because I don't want the black to overpower it. So let me bring back in the handwriting stencil from Minte. Let me grab another. Just going to look and see. Oh, here we are. Got a small blending brush that I already had brown on. So let's bring that back in. I just feel like the stenciling I did on the back kind of now looks a little bit lost. So I kind of want to bring that back. You can still see it. It's not like it completely disappeared. You can still see it. But I just feel like it needed just to be brought back up to the front. I'm going to do that again with the brick stencil. There we go. Okay, that looks better because now the stenciling is now a little bit more obvious and not so hidden. So there we go. Okay, I'm feeling better about that one. Quick wipe down of the stencils. Let's set those aside again because I'm pretty sure now this time I'm done with the stencils. There we go. Okay. So let's bring these back in. Let's put that one there and let's put this one here. Okay, so let's start looking at our papers. Now this is where things are going to get tricky because the paper's gorgeous, right? Like how do you choose? Actually, you know what? I might go in and check the ephemera first and see what I'm going to use. This one I'm so drawn to just because it's so gorgeous. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh, I am like so, love it. Okay, so this is the ephemera. I'm actually going to dump it out. I actually have not looked at this yet, which is crazy to me. Get out all those gorgeous pieces. Mountain, Lake, and River of the Elves. Maybe. Ooh, he's fun. He'd be fun on the card. Oh, look at the leaves. Oh, okay, I'm going to keep all the leaves out because those are good for fillers and tucking. And so let's, oh, lots of leaves. Let's just put all those over there because those are really great just for adding. Oh, that's fun. What is this? Oh my word. There's so much gorgeousness to this collection. I can't even describe it. Look at that eagle. That is stunning. Oh, there are so many leaves. Oh, she's fun. Okay, I'm just going to gather up some of these that I know I'm not going to use. Let's just do that. Let's put this one away. So that's ephemera. And don't forget the ephemera has the adhesive on the back of it. But look at that. Ugh, the castle, oh my word. I am just so excited about this collection. Die cuts. Now remember, these are like chipboard, so these have a little bit more weight to them. And here we are. There's our elf princess. Like her, but I actually like this one a little bit better. So many fabulous things. Oh my word, I just don't even know where to begin. Oh, look at the die cuts. You get a smaller one too. That's fun. No, I still like him. I still like that deer. He's really great. So much fun stuff. Okay. Wow. Like I said, I haven't even really looked at this until like right now, like with you. Yeah, the coordinating rub-ons are stunning. And I do have these rub-ons here, which I probably will use probably on the card. Probably use those on the card. And let's look at the papers. So this is the background papers. Oh, I just saw one that I thought would be, oops. That's really gorgeous. Let me set that one aside. So that one's from the backgrounds. This is the 8.5 by 11 pattern papers. So what I like here is that it gives you this one. So it gives you a lot of these sentiments that you can cut out. So I really like that. That's the signature paper. Hello. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, she's just gorgeous. I love this. I am just stunned by this paper and how stunning it is. It is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Okay, so I saw this. I saw this one and I was intrigued by this, but you know what? I actually think this paper might work a little bit better on here. Now, what I'm thinking, I'm just going to set that aside because I'm not sold on it. I just want to try something. Decisions, I know. And when I don't have a plan, it's really hard. Okay, here I go to do fussy cutting again, which is something, I know I say this every week. Why do I do this to myself? So I am going to fussy cut out the castle. And I always tell people, don't look at my fussy cutting too closely because I'm fast at fussy cutting, but I'm not great at fussy cutting because I'm fast and I just want to get it done as soon as possible. So I do want to remind you, if you have any questions, just let me know. Pop it in the comments. I'll answer it for you. But I believe Heather is watching. Glenn is watching. Nancy B is watching from Mexico, but she might be drinking margaritas, so I'm not sure how well her answers will. I don't know if she'll be able to type them out coherently. I'm just joking, Nancy. You know me. I'm just joking. All right. So now, if you didn't watch the live when Adonis was talking about this collection, he said that he was very much inspired by his visits to Canada. I hope that's true because we loved having him at our store. We had him in our store a couple of times over the last 2 years. Lovely fellow. And I really do hope we inspired him. Okay, there we go. So I fussy cut that out. Oh, I'm loving that. Hey, Mari, how are you? I am loving this. I'm not loving this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press that. I'm actually going to cut that right there. There we go. Okay. And then I think my little princess is going to go in there. How gorgeous is she? She is stunning. Oh my gosh. So lovely. Okay. Yeah, that's amazing. One thing I forgot is my matte medium. Give me a moment. Let me just grab some out of my drawer here behind me. Grab that. Need to grab a brush for the matte medium. Here we go. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, when he was Gail, when he was here last year when with us, he was also telling us that his next collection was going to be mountain themed. And I know a bunch of us were like, ooh, like, you got to do this and you got to do this. And so I was very excited when I saw this line. Okay, I'm just putting some matte medium on the back of this piece that I cut out, and it's of the castle. There we go. So I'm going to put that down. It's actually going to run off my page. So once this is adhered down, I'll go in and cut off the excess that is hanging off. I'm just going to quickly seal this. Make sure it won't move. Little piece I missed. There we go. Oops, sorry, hit my camera with my extra long brush here. Okay, now this piece I cut off. I actually think I'm going to adhere it on here. Yeah, I think so. So just some matte medium. Matte medium is just an adhesive. It also seals, protects. There we go. And again, I'm going a little bit over the edge, so that'll have to cut off after once I'm done. I'll just leave it for the moment. Okay, let me just close that up. Now I'm going to go back because I was originally going to use her, but because Julia's working on the fly here, I'm actually going to go back to, and I don't remember which one it was in. Was it in this one, the die cuts? Yeah, see, I like her with her looking the other way. I like that. I think I like that better. That's lovely. Okay, let me... No, definitely like this. Oh, that's gorgeous. Ugh. Adonis, if you're watching, you've made a gorgeous collection. Stunning. And that eagle just is amazing. And that is amazing. Oh, I love it. It's like you can't go wrong. Ugh. Okay. So the chipboard pieces don't have adhesive on them. The ephemera pieces, of which this is one, does have, and you just have to run your finger along the edge, just to kind of peel back that release paper. It might take you a little bit of working, but it will eventually peel up. Don't make a liar out of me. There we go. So you can see that. You can peel that back, and then that's all the sticky part. But these ones don't. This is just a chipboard. Oh, somebody was creating for this week's challenge, were you? Spring Fling? Yeah, great challenge from Heather. Do I want to? No, I was thinking about putting chipboard on her to pop her up, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to use some matte medium. Do I want to use matte medium? Yeah. No, I don't want to use matte medium. Just going to use some white glue. There we are. So I just put some white glue on that. So she's going to stick on here. Might need to hold her down until she starts sticking. She's too far away on an edge for me to clip her down. That's all right. Okay, now I have all of these leaves, which I think is what I'm going to wrap around and kind of tie everything together. So I'm going to use these, and the leaves are going to kind of come down and cover up this bottom part of here and kind of come up and go kind of like this. So I have all the ephemera ones, but there's also a bunch of die cut ones. So I might mix them in because these ones will be a bit thicker. These ones will be thicker and these ones will be thinner. So I'll probably use the thick ones like that or so. I am going to stick this eagle down because I think he's amazing. Why not use just matte medium all the time instead of glue? I don't know. Now I'm going to use his wing here because I have this part here. I could use a leaf, I guess, but I'm just going to stick his wing just to cover up that part, and then I'll just have to trim off just a smidge. But look how gorgeous he is. Ugh. Holy moly, I love it. Okay, that is beginning to stick except right here. Keeps wanting to peel up. I'm going to get some double-sided adhesive. Give me a minute to find my double-sided adhesive. Because that is wanting to peel up right there. When I'm done, I might just have to set something heavy on it just to hold it down. But it's fine for right now. I am loving that. Oh my goodness, I am loving that. Okay, so on these pieces, like I said, these have adhesive on the back of them. My fingers are like super dry right now. There we go. And there are a lot of them. So many of these, but they are all gorgeous. And I love how they have adhesive on them already. They're just so stunning. Aren't they gorgeous? They're just absolutely gorgeous. Instead of going to the white glue, I'm actually just going to use double-sided adhesive so I don't have to worry about it moving on me. Okay, there we go. Double-sided adhesive. So that one's a die cut. The other ones I've used are ephemera. Oh my goodness, this collection is gorgeous. It's coming along, Gail. It really is. I haven't bought the mold yet, but I think I want to buy the mold that has her on it because the stuff I see being posted is gorgeous, like unbelievably stunning. So I haven't bought the mold yet, but I think I have to because I just love this figure. I love the way she looks. I don't know what I'd do with the mold, but I think I would just make 10 of her faces and color them and put them up in my craft room because she brings a smile to my face. Let me tell you, I am so happy that these have adhesive on them because it makes them so easy to use. Like, look how easy that is. Oh, look at this one. Maple leaf. You know, I love how it has adhesive on it, but These ones with the very fine detail, a little bit hard to start, but you can get it. It just takes some patience, which Julia is not known for her patience. I'm going to cut this one because I want it to go across the page, but I don't necessarily want it to actually bend. So if I just split it in two and put it on either side, then at least my book will still be able to close. There we go. Oh, it's turning out so gorgeous. I love it. Oh, so pretty. How many out there have bought this collection and haven't used it yet? You really should. It is stunning. It is worth all the hype. I'm the first to admit, was not a fan of Stamperia. I know, gasp, shock. But then we had, I'm trying to remember the very first Sir Vagabond. And I was sold. I was like, okay, that's it. That works for me. I can use that. And then, of course, we had Adonis come and visit, and then that was it. It's like, okay, I'm a fan. You don't have to try and sell it to me anymore. Okay, I'm just going back into my die cut pack here. And I just want to get a couple of the thicker, here we are, a couple of the thicker ones. I've started one here, and I think I do want to do a couple in this area, just to kind of have it kind of flow across that page. So let's do some double-sided adhesive now. Aviator. No, it wasn't Aviator. Aviator was the second one. It was the original Sir Vagabond. And then Sir Vagabond in Japan, which was stunning. I didn't use that one too much, but again, equally stunning. But I love this one. Now this one has no Sir Vagabond in it. Is Sir Vagabond dead? Has he gone on to greener pastures? Where's Sir Vagabond? I don't know. These are the things we have to ask Adonis. Oops, there we are. Release paper. So I am going off the edge, but I'm going to come along and I'm going to trim those off. But I am loving how this is turning out. This is just giving me like all the vibes, let me tell you. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. Here's the last piece of ephemera. This one here. This is going to go on this side. And this says Mountain, Lake, River of the Elves. Okay. Peel that adhesive backing off and let's stick that. And just stick that there. Well, I am loving that. Okay, so I just need to come along and I'm just going to trim off the excess that has gone off the page. So I'm just going to do that quick, then I'll show you this page, and then I'll finish the card. Sometimes cutting right-handed is good. Sometimes it's kind of awkward. There we go. Done and done. And done. There we go. That page is done. Now let me see. What do I have to cut off here? Not too much. And There we go. Cutting off that excess down at the bottom. Fantastic. There we go. Oh, I'm loving this. Oh, okay. I love that. Okay, I'm just going to set that off to the side for right now. Let me bring my card back in, because this one, we've got this very majestic deer in it. Now, this was the one I think I'm going to use the rub-ons. So let me grab those. Here we are. Now I am going to cut out I'm going to cut out a couple of these. So I've got that. I've got that. There. Just going to set that aside. And let's do this and these florals. Okay, great. So I've got some of those. I've also got some of the leaves. My deer is here. Gorgeous. Going to do some of the rub-ons. So I'm going to add a rub-on down here. Thanks, Charlene. Just going to use my Teflon bone folder just to transfer those on. Oh, look at that. Oh, okay. Just going to put one right beside it. That last one I did. Now, Nancy B, I don't know if Nancy B is still watching, but when I was looking at this, I'm like, oh, I don't know what to get. And, I'm looking at it. And she's like, oh, you should get all the rub-ons. I'm like, meh, no, I think I'm just going to get this one. And I bought this one. And now I'm like, I need all the rub-ons. So Nancy B, you were right. I do need all the rub-ons. She's going to say, told you so. Told you so. Okay, so I just put that. I don't know if that's a magnolia or a dogwood or what that is, but I just put it over top there. Can anyone tell me, is that dogwood? I think it might be dogwood, but I'm not sure. I'm going to put some vines down here in the corner. These are great rub-ons. There we go. Some off the edge, so I'm just going to fold those over so you don't even see them. Now I'm going to bring this guy back in here. I think I still need... I think I'm going to do this. So I'm going to have this one kind of come off the top. And then I still have a little bit left. So I'm going to bring that over and it will come off the top too. Oh, I like that. Okay, just so it's kind of starting to wrap around that corner. That's gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to take some of these dogwood. I'm just going to call them dogwood. I don't know if that's right or not. I could be wrong. It looks like it could be an Alberta wild rose. It does look like that a little bit, but they're white, which makes me think they're dogwood, but I don't know for sure. Okay, let me go back because I still like this. I still like this one. This is the word love. Okay. Stick some adhesive on the back there. That word is going to come down here. And then this little guy, which he's one of the pieces of ephemera, so he would already have adhesive on the back of him. So I'm just going to try and not peel up too many layers, just the adhesive back layer. Cursing myself. Why don't I have nails? Okay, there we go. Oh, me too, Julie. I have, and I don't even know if I still have them, but I had, I'm trying to remember the name of the company, Memory Makers. You know, they came in like they were long and they were kind of attached with a brad at the top of them. Oh, I love those. So there's that. I am going to add, again, I'm going to add in a few more leaves down here at the bottom because I feel like my deer is kind of just floating there. So I need something to kind of ground him. Oh, you're right, Gail. It does look like a vine on a brick wall. You're absolutely right. Again, I'm going to run some of these leaves along the bottom and then I'll cut off the excess and then I will put it on my card base and then we will call it done. Oh, letracettes. Oh my gosh, yes. Letracettes were the best. Oops. That peeled off too much. Let's put him aside. Peel up, peel up. There we go. Perfect. Let's trim that off. And we have a gorgeous card. Oh, love it. Okay, what I'm going to do, and I do this with a lot of my cards. Let me just get rid of some of this. Here it is. My brush that had the brown in it. Let me bring walnut stain back in. Clean up a few of these. Just going to ink the edges just a little bit on this card. Just like to darken the edges just a little bit. Okay. Just going to wipe this ink up really fast. There we go. So there's my art journal page. I'm just going to put some adhesive on the back of this card. If it would stop sticking to my fingers. What you can create in an hour would take me. And I don't know, it's because I'm a store owner and I'm busy all the time, but I have found that I am creating rather fast. Not that I like creating quickly. I don't find it really any joy in creating quickly. I find more joy when I can take my time and just enjoy the process a little bit more. I do feel rushed. I do. But I don't want Monday Night Live to also turn into like, let's watch Julia craft for 5 hours, because I figure that wouldn't be good either. Okay, so here's my card base. Now this is the same size as my card base. This is A2. Yeah. So I'm just going to, is that right? Yeah. Just going to turn this around. I'm better at sticking. There we go. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? I feel like I'm going cross-eyed. There we go. Okay, so there's my card. There we go. I'll take these to the store tomorrow and take some nicer shots and then post them. And then here is my art journal page. Well, thanks, Nikki. Oh, that's high praise coming from you, because you're a true artist. There you go. And then here's my art journal page that I did. And I'm really loving this. I mean, this, I know I said I had nothing planned, but in my head, this is the page I wanted to create. So it actually turned out, and that rarely happens when I have something in my head and it turns out even better than I hope for. So this turned out really well. So thank you so much. That's awesome. Okay, let me just turn it back to my overhead camera just for a second here. I'm going to move this one out of the way. So thank you so much for joining me. I'll put my glasses back on so I can see your comments. So yeah, these turned out really beautiful. I really like this one. Yeah, what a great collection though. Like it gives me Lord of the Rings, like Rivendell. That's when, as soon as I saw it, that's what I thought of. And I love Lord of the Rings, so this really speaks to me. So there's that one. And then here's the card I made as well. There's the card. There you go. I think it turned out really good. It turned out kind of amazing. So there you go. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm so glad that you were able to join me. I will take these projects to the store and I'll take some better photos and I'll post them in our inspiration group so you can see them. But you can always watch my Monday Night Live over again. You can head over to our YouTube channel and you can give me a follow over there. And we have a Monday Night Live playlist. This is episode 39. Can you believe it? Episode 39. That's crazy. So yeah, you can come back and enjoy our Monday Night Live videos anytime that you want over on our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another fun night. Thanks for watching me craft along. Maybe you were crafting along with me. If you did, you can share those in our inspiration group too, because I'd love to see what you did. Have a great evening, everyone. See you again next week. Bye.